So this is telling me, this is regarding a home situation, a family situation, and that's the main focus of the reading. I have one Pentacles card here. So I don't feel this is regarding work or finances this month. This is really an emotional kind of month for you, where you're having to let go or release something in order to move forward, okay? So we have the Knight of Wands coming into April. And the Knight of Wands is a very passionate, driven character. This is someone who is very creative, very inspired, and motivated by passion and drive to move in a direction, either away from something or towards something. And I feel like you're moving away from something that is not serving you. Now, you're having to deal this month with some hidden emotions or fears or illusionments that may have come up for you, I want to say in late February and throughout March. This month, you're having to focus on that, bring it to the forefront, and move past this difficult energy, okay? So the Moon card talks about our shadow side. It talks about hidden emotions and fears, like I said. And it also talks about self-illusion or delusionment, that someone else is feeding us a false sense of reality, or we ourselves are creating this sense of false reality. And you're realizing that whatever this is, whether it's someone telling you this, you're realizing it's BS this month, pretty much. Or if it's yourself and you're feeding yourself this self-illusion, you're realizing that it's no longer serving you or working for you. So we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse beneath that, saying, okay, I'm not going to elude myself anymore. I'm not going to lie to myself or pretend anymore that things aren't what they are, that I don't see what I see, or that this person, I'm not going to just believe what they're telling me anymore, because intuitively I know there's something not right about this. So you are now having to let go of what is not working for you. The Ace of Cups in reverse at the top of the reading, and the Nine of Swords beneath that in reverse, is saying that this is going to be something that, you know, it may be challenging for you on an emotional front. You're realizing that a relationship or a home environment with family members or friends, or like I said, a romantic relationship is not working. It's not serving you anymore, and you're not disillusioned anymore. So it's a letting go, it's a release of those feelings. And there's a lot of sadness that comes with this, as it would for anyone when we have to let go of a situation or a person that we once had a lot of hope and expectation for. But the Nine of Swords here is saying that, you know, you may have some sleepless nights or some restlessness. You may suffer with some anxiety around the situation. But underneath that, we have the Judgment reversed. And I feel like this card can be made upright. And the upright version of Judgment is a rebirth. It's talking about being reborn into a new light, a new sense of being, a new way of traveling and moving in our world, new perceptions. This Judgment card comes after the Death card. So after we go through a transformation, which may have taken place for you in March, there may have been an ending that you had to deal with in March, but this month you're still feeling the emotional aspect of that. Or it can be happening for you in this month of April. But we can turn this card upright and allow ourselves to release ourselves from this situation and move on in a new direction that is more beneficial for us. In the reverse, it's saying that you may be having a hard time of letting that go and really seeing the positive aspects of moving forward and releasing this past situation. The Sun card reversed, you know, upright or reverse, the Sun card is a very positive card. It's a very good omen. The sun sheds light on the whole spread, regardless of whether it's in the reverse or upright. So it's saying that there's going to be light shed on this situation. I mean, it outshines the moon. So whatever illusion or self-deception or fears or hidden emotions, they are now coming to the surface and being brought to light, and we are now dealing with them, okay? In the reverse, all it's saying is that we may not see the positive aspects of all this change that's taking place. It may be difficult for us to see in the present moment or in this month because we're dealing with such challenging energies. And that's okay, but just know that out of this will come the sun. And the sun is a card of happiness, of joy, of feeling playful again, and really enjoying and embracing life like a child would, okay? In the reverse, it's just saying you may not be acknowledging that that's where you're headed or understanding that's where you're headed presently. The Empress reversed here, it can be saying that something that you've worked hard on, I feel like it's, you know, a relationship or a family situation you're having to let go of. The Empress is the mother of the tarot, so this can represent pregnancy. For some of you, with this card being in reverse and the Sun card being here in reverse, this can be saying, for some of you, not all of you, again, this is a general reading, that you're having issues with fertility and you're wanting to be pregnant. But for some reason at this present time, it's just not meant to be. And this is just for the month of April, okay? So we're just focusing on April energies. For others of you, this is saying that just like with a pregnancy, there's a waiting period of 9 months for a healthy child to be born. So you've been waiting it out for this relationship to finally come to a place where you feel you've reached this point of happiness and contentment and joy where you can relax in this relationship. However, with both these cards in reverse, it's saying that that's not coming for you. That's not happening this month. And you're realizing long term, perhaps that's not what will transpire. It's like you're letting go of waiting it out. You're no longer just waiting and sitting around and waiting for this person to come around or for this situation to pan out, okay? The King of Wands in reverse tells me you can be dealing with someone who is a fire sign. So that's a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And this person, they're very bossy. They, because it's in the reverse. So this is the negative characteristics of the king. And if they're not a fire sign, then I'd like you just to focus on the characteristics of this individual. But this is someone who can be very bossy, very challenging, hostile, a bit aggressive. They want things their way. They're very stubborn, and they're willing to fight it out for, you know, whatever it is that they want. The overall energy being the Ten of Cups again is telling me that we're dealing with a family situation. This can also be telling me this is what you're desiring, and you're not getting that. You're presently not getting that. Underneath that, interestingly enough, I have the Three of Swords. So this talks about heartache. This talks about you coming out of a situation, again, that's not serving you, and going through a major transformation. And I have to say, this is a message that has been very present in most of my readings this month. And again, I don't know if I've expressed this yet. I've been so focused on the cards. There's a lot of planetary movement. There's a lot of shift going on, a lot of retrogrades. So it's really reflecting on ourselves and our past and asking ourselves some difficult questions so we can move forward and move in a direction that is better serving us. So I'm going to get some clarification on a few of the cards in this spread. And the first I'd like to look at is the Empress reversed and see what additional messages may be coming up here. Now, again, just remember, this is a general reading, so all these messages may not apply. And for some of the clarifying cards that I pull, this may not apply for everyone as well. Okay? For more specific information, I would suggest a private reading. so that we can focus solely on your energies. So let's see, on the Empress reversed, we're dealing with, again, we're letting go of something we've been waiting for, that we've been hoping will come to fruition and work out the way we desire it to, but we feel like that waiting period is now coming to an end. We're wanting to move forward one way or another. Now we have the card of fidelity and loyalty. We have the domestico, the male domestic. For me, this can symbolize a man in the house. And then the mercante, the merchant. This talks about contracts, agreements, so this can be referring to a marriage. So perhaps what's in question here is whether or not this individual, if you're a female, or you're dealing with a male energy, you're wondering whether or not they are completely loyal and faithful in this relationship. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're cheating per se, but you wonder how committed they are, if they're really wanting this family, if they're really wanting this level of commitment. And you're tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. Let's look at the Ace of Cups reversed. So on the Ace of Cups reversed, there's a lot of thinking, a lot of analyzing the situation going on. You may be going back and forth with what you want to do. This is dealing with a home, a house. So this, again, can be representing your family situation. And consolete sorpresa, there's a pleasant surprise in the future. So it's a releasing and letting go of these emotional things that no longer serve us. You're going to make some tough decisions this month regarding your home life, regarding your family life. But in the future tense, we have a pleasant surprise coming in. Okay? So not all is lost or not all is bad news. I want to look at the Ten of Cups here. Okay, so on the Ten of Cups, home, family, we have Sospiri. This is the card of longing. Then we have Falsita. There's a lie or deception that may have taken place. And there's the card of jealousy or obsessiveness. So maybe you're letting go of this because you're dealing with someone who's a very obsessive, controlling person, which can be seen here with the King of Wands reversed. Or this can be saying that you're longing for a relationship where, again, there's more commitment, there's more stability with the fidelity card there, because there has been some deception or lies, and you're tired of feeling obsessive about this person or the situation, so you're just ready to let it go. But this can also be saying that this person, again, is obsessive and controlling because there's been, perhaps on your part, some type of deception, and you're not wanting to deal with this anymore. It's draining you emotionally.